Hey everyone, welcome to MBA 500. My name is Tony Smith. I'm your instructor for the next 10 weeks for your building business leaders. A little bit about myself. I've been teaching for SNHU for around 4 years now. I've taught the graduate level cost accounting class. I actually taught this MBA 500 class last term as well. So last term was the inaugural term for the new MBA program. So this will be my second term teaching this course. Um, a little bit about my professional background. I'm a licensed certified public accountant. I also have a CMA designation as well, certified management accountant designation. Got about 24 years experience, and currently I work for Philips Lighting. It was spun off and now it's called Signify Lighting. It's the largest lighting company in the world. I support specifically one segment in that lighting company. So I'm the global controller, CFO, if you will, for the entertainment lighting group. So this group specifically focuses on lighting for concerts, for theaters, for schools, that sort of thing. We also do some power distribution and data distribution type applications for the theatrical market. So that's a bit about me. In Module 1, you'll have the ability to do what's called a video check-in, which is one of your items that you need to complete this week. Please make sure you do that and you introduce yourself to me. And I'm really interested in finding out who you are, uh, telling me a bit about your background, and also letting me know what you want to get out of the class. So take that opportunity, to make sure you do a great introduction there as well. So, how I like to do these weekly kickoffs is I like to just quickly walk through what's due for the week. Then, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop me an email. I'll also put my phone number in the course announcement that I put out today. Feel free to drop me a text message or call me. But if you text me or call me, please introduce yourself. Uh, it's just say, hey, I'm Tony. I'm your student in your MBA 550 class or 500 class. Just introduce yourself a bit. That way, I know who you are because that my number gets a lot of calls, and so, of course, I always get those phone calls from Sarah from the warranty department. So yeah, so sometimes I do a little bit of screening as well. So this course is a little different in how it's taught. And the purpose of this course is I want you uh, to act as a consultant. Not really as a student, but I want you to be able to take the resources that you have, the Wiley textbook, the Wiley readings, as well as other resources that you have. You got a great resource with the Shapiro Library. You can also use you can actually through Shapiro Library get to great articles through Harvard Business Review, and other things of that nature. Um, Use those resources and act as a consultant. And what I mean by act as a consultant, treat me as your CEO or your board of directors as you do these tasks. And I'm really looking when you do written assignments or when you do verbal assignments, I'm looking to hear your creativity in them and your ability to quickly analyze something and put it in a very straightforward, easy format that a CEO or a senior leader in your organization could take and kind of run with it, if you will. Let me give you a little bit of kind of professional advice here. Each month, I get the opportunity to sit down with the CEO and CFO and tell them what happened in our business in the prior 30 days. And sometimes those conversations are great. Sometimes they're not so great. Uh, Sometimes I've walked away and I've been like, okay, that was a complete mystery. But over time, I've learned to perfect that, and that's kind of a skill that you have to learn. So a term that a lot of people use is something called an elevator pitch. So when you're in front of the CEO or an executive of a company or an owner of a company, you only have a very slim amount of time, usually basically a few minutes to get your point across. And then those, let's say 5-10 minutes. So I have 20 minutes with the CEO and CFO on Thursday to talk about the April results of the business and then what I see coming in May. But in that 20 minutes, I have to tell them everything that they need to know. And what I mean by that is I have to give them enough information about what happened in the month, where they can go have the discussion with the investors when they have investor meetings or analyst day, and somebody says, "Can you please tell us about this division or that division?" They have enough information and enough basically pitch to talk to investors. Same sort of thing when you, if you're in this position already or if you're aspiring to get in that position, you always want to have that elevator pitch, and you really got to prepare it well. And it's not something you can just sit down, type out, or put in a PowerPoint and then 5 minutes send it on. You really have to get the message across very, very concise and brief, where it's memorable to who you're getting it across to. So hopefully I can help you work on those skills, or at least show you how some of those skills would work throughout the course. So that tells you a little bit about how the course is designed. So you're basically being a consultant. I'll also post some videos of a McKinsey consultant that does some free YouTube videos. I'll post those out there. It's a voluntary watch if you want to watch them. The guy that does it, he's German, but he was a prior McKinsey consultant, and he can give you some good ideas and some good tips about how to create powerful PowerPoint slides, how to conduct yourself in meetings, and how to really get to that, to what you want to convey. Because sometimes it's not about presenting a ton of data. It's about how you spin it and how you really articulate the analysis of that data. All right, enough about that. So let's talk. There's a few things that you need to do. Is you need to set up your Wiley account. So when you do that, here's some instructions on how to do it. Make sure, I think they had some issues today, so hopefully those will be fixed tomorrow. But just log in. If you continue to have any issues throughout the week, let me know. And make sure you just go ahead and add both of these courses. There's two. There's one, coaching versus mentoring, that's required, and then the Microsoft Excel for accounting course. This is required more toward the end of the course, but it takes about 4 hours to do that. My suggestion is you take 30 minutes a week and you kind of start this week and you just knock that out. That way you get both of these badges kind of out of your way, especially if you have any free time, because I know you guys are all going to be sitting in the library every Saturday night doing this stuff. But try to get those out of the way. And that's the biggest tip I can give you, is don't procrastinate on this stuff. Make sure you go through the introduction real well. Then also do your video check-in. It's a platform called Bongo. So you'll basically be answering some questions. You'll be telling me about yourself first, answering some questions. There's a rubric here. Make sure you check all those items on the rubric. It's a video, so make sure that you have video and sound turned on. I definitely want to see you, and I definitely want to hear you. I'll also respond to each of you. So once you do your posting, usually the following week, you'll see a response from me, so you can go back in and watch the response. You have a consulting report that's due on Sunday. And then you also have the coaching versus mentoring that I was telling you about. And let me talk to you I'm sorry, I'm already at 10 minutes. I'll try to kind of breeze through this with you. But you basically have a list of companies you can choose from. Then there's, basically you're writing a consulting report, a very concise consulting report for the CEO. Use this rubric as your outline for your paper. You need to speak about differences between functional areas, departments, and business units. A functional area is pretty straightforward. It's finance, it's IT, it's HR, it's legal. It's the supporting functions of a business. Then there's departments. There can be different departments within a company. And then there's business units. So this is usually a business unit is like the company I work in. We're a big company, but then we also have an entertainment business unit. So that's the area that actually creates products, and they sell the products basically. Yeah. Then you're going to talk about how all that stuff fits together, right? So I kind of give you a little bit of a lead in there. So the business units create the products, the markets sell the products. Everyone fits into a department somewhere along the way, but then there's also supporting functions like finance, HR, IT, that sort of thing. Yeah. Make sure when you do your paper, you use the APA style guide. The Shapiro Library has one. It's great. You have the online writing center that can also help you. The Purdue OWL is also a great website. That's the Purdue University, and then OWL is their online writing center. They also have some great resources there. But how you get A's on these papers is you follow this rubric as an outline and you follow the instructions. That's all I'm asking you to do, is be clear, crisp. Don't be over wordy. If you can sum it up in a page and a quarter, page and a half, knock it out of the park. But if you're going into 4 and 5 pages on this, think about shorting it down a little bit. Really bring in your topics and keep them really tight and crisp. Because keep in mind, if you're writing to a CEO is they're not gonna read 10 pages when 1 page will do it. So think of it in that terms, right? But this is your list of companies. Please try not to select anybody else because you will go back and relook at this later on in the course. Yeah. So again, welcome to the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Just a few other things. If you need any IT support, so if something doesn't work, get up here into the help and get a hold of the IT service desk. There's someone there 24/7, so if something doesn't work and you need some help, they're always there to help you. They're very helpful people. They're the same group that I call when I have issues, and usually my things get resolved really, really, really quickly. I also would like, as part of your Brightspace profile, the platform, try to upload a photo. That way, when you interact with your peers, when you interact with me, I can see you. You can do a photo, you could do an avatar, whatever you want to do. But I encourage you to put a photo out there. And in today's digital world, and us all now communicating via webcams and that sort of thing, that's a bit more of the human touch as well, right? So If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm here. You can text me, call me, drop me an email. Just don't call me at 3 a.m. because I'm usually in bed by then. So I'm on Central Time, so anytime up to about 11 p.m. Central will be okay. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great week. Sorry this one was a little long. I'll keep them shorter next time. Otherwise, have a great week. Look forward to working with each of you.